Johnny Flynn talking about his new movie, The Score, which is, as I think you can gather from that, I found the whole thing quite hypnotic. Yeah. But anyway,
I'm surprised you didn't make the joke. You said it's a heist musical. You didn't say high school musical.
No, I mean, that's why they pay you the big bucks. Come up with that.
So, a wonderful interview with Johnny Flynn, who I think is terrific and who I thought was very engaged. He said that thing about when you're making this kind of movie, you don't know whether it's going to come off. And I have to begin by saying that I think The Score doesn't. But I think there are interesting things happening as it doesn't work. And, you know, I have said this thing many times before. I'd always rather see somebody aim high and trip than just play it safe. That description of it as a small-scale existential musical, based around songs that that aren't written for the film. I was just reading an interview with Malachi Smith in Film Stories, in which he talked about originally writing it as a sort of low-budget film. That he was trying to think of a way of making it something that would stand out, that it wouldn't just be another low-budget British film. And he had a joke with his producer, which was, well, let's make it a musical. And this time he was listening to Johnny Flynn's songs whilst he was doing it, and then went, well, actually, why not? And when I was a kid, when I was very young, I had a copy of Shiwaddy Waddy's Step 2, and there is a point to this story, which is I listened to that album over and over again, and I ended up writing a story to go round it, because even at the age of 10, I had dreams of making films, because I never ended up doing. Malachi Smith has actually done this, and hats off to him. The story is, these two ne'er-do-wells are at a cafe with a bag full of money, and they are at the point of stepping up to the next level by dealing with professionals. However, the cafe owner, or the person who's serving the cafe, starts to develop this relationship with one of them while the other one is cooking something up themselves. I really like Johnny Flynn. I think he is a magnetic screen presence. I loved him in The Outfit before that, which again was a sort of a small scale production. He talked about this as a play, and actually I do think it has the feel of a play about it, even though I know it was always intended as a film. Will Poulter, I'm all right, Lee Carter. Will Poulter is one of the finest screen actors around. I could watch Will Poulter in anything. I absolutely love him. I think he's really, really great, and he gives 110%. And so I think what doesn't work is, I think that in the end, the meshing of the songs and the drama doesn't quite feel organic enough. And it's got an odd sort of where is this going feel, which you described rightly as hypnotic at times, but also I think at times it's kind of frustrating because it never actually quite takes off. It never actually quite takes flight. But there are some, very good performances in it. Naomi Ackie we're going to see in the not-too-distant future as Whitney Houston. Wow. But I was really reminded of that thing of listening to Step 2 by Shiwaddy Waddy. I'm not embarrassed. It was the first band I ever saw live. And just listening to this album of songs and thinking, I should write a narrative around that, which of course I didn't do because I have no talent for creation. That's why I would never make a film. That's why I would never make it, because and if I did, you wouldn't want to see it. In the case of this, they have done, and it's ambitious. I love musicals. I've got a real soft spot for musicals, and I'm always happy to see somebody go, why not? Let's do something with the fact that we have it's a low budget film. We can take risks. And let's just not be boring. And I think that although this doesn't work and it doesn't hang together, it's good to see somebody thinking, well, why not? Yeah. Why not? What you're feeling?
Yes, pretty much. Yes, the same. I did. There's lots to admire. I particularly like the opening 10 minutes, and they do this song Barleycorn.
Yes.
Which is an old folk thing, really, but with a lot of electronica in there, and I've still got that tune going through my head at the moment.
Yeah,
so
the songs are oddly haunting, but I'm just not sure that they're interwoven well enough with the story.
But well worth checking out, I would say.
Yeah, and as I said, I would always rather see somebody aim high and fall than just go, let's just do two people in a cafe.
That movie is The Score.
Oh, wow, you've made it to the end.
Congratulations.
Now you're here, you may want to hear about some of our other offerings.
Other offerings?
Yeah,
I know what.
The other offerings, the exclusive interviews we do on our hit subscription podcast, Kermode and Mayo's Extra Takes.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah, that.
The one where we speak to the likes of Tom Hanks and Daisy Edgar-Jones, and the extra subscription content where Rowan Atkinson told us all about that famous rapping scene in Love Actually.
Yes, that's the one.
Amazing. And where would our lovely YouTube subscribers find this mystical creation?
Well, I'm glad you asked. They just need to go to kermodeandmayo.com or tap the link in the description.
That easy, eh?
That easy.
Incredible.